Good afternoon, Simon Harris, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video, and sorry that I couldn't attend today. So here's my story. So 10 days after I gave birth to my daughter, so it was back in November 2014, I suffer from a postnatal hemorrhage, which obviously took me a bit by shock. So by the time we call 999, and the time between the time the bleeding starts and the time we call 999 was probably a couple of minutes, I was already lying in a pool of blood. So like the whole situation was pretty dramatic, very scary. So 999 obviously start the process and to send us an ambulance. And it took over around an hour and 40 minutes for the ambulance to arrive to us in Leenane, which you can imagine was even more traumatic because by that stage, I have lost a lot of blood. I was getting very weak, and obviously I was getting very worried that, I don't know, I just didn't know what was going to happen really. There's so much you can bleed, for so long. So the guards actually arrive much quicker than the ambulance. So it was nice to have them as a support. And they were trying to, one of them was staying outside, flashing the road just to try to help the ambulance to localize us in case this was the issue. But the woman that was on 999 couldn't really tell us where was the ambulance through the whole time, which was, even more stressful. So the ambulance got there eventually, around an hour and 40 minutes later. And then halfway to Castlebar, so in Westport, they were actually met by another ambulance that was sent from Castlebar with just different staff and different equipment, because the ambulance that they sent me first was not equipped for what I needed at that stage. So it was maybe a 10-15 minutes of passing over a few things, few people that I don't really remember at that stage. But it just added up to the experience. My husband was driving our car with our 10 days old daughter at the back, and he just didn't know what was happening. Anyway, so the ambulance then got to Castlebar Hospital, where a team was waiting for me to rush me into the theater. So anyway, from there, thanks God, everything went as well as possible, I suppose, because I'm still here today. But from the start of the bleeding to our arrival to the hospital, it was just under 3 hours. And the staff in the hospital afterwards did tell me that, I was really close to something probably a bit more fatal, unfortunately, if there was any more bleeding going on any longer. So, this situation kind of show us something that obviously we were not aware until we experienced it, unfortunately. I never realized that the ambulance service was so poor. I'm well aware that we live in a very remote area of Ireland, but I just want you to know that we are maybe just 200 people in this village of Leenane, and maybe it's just a number to you, but here I am. I'm one of those number, and I need to tell you today that I'm not more important than anyone else in the country. But I do my part as well for the country. I work in the tourism industry. I bring over 500 people from France and America every year on a holiday here in Connemara, generating probably €500,000 every summer. That's going to every local businesses. And I feel like, I do my job here, and I feel like I've been let down. I don't feel safe, and that's very scary. So I just feel like, why should we care if we're not being cared of, really? We've been thinking of moving somewhere else, where maybe closer to services or to a different country. My husband is Irish, and we build a life here, and we love it. But that experience really throw a lot of questions to us. So yeah, I will really appreciate today if you can listen to. Obviously, the group has been doing an amazing job. I'm just here to give a real story. And I really hope that I won't have to give any more. And I really hope that nobody really around here or around rural area in Ireland will have to do it. I don't want to wait any more longer. That it's fatal situation for people, for the politician to react and to do something. This is a priority. This is the health of your people in this country, and we need to feel that there's a backup here, and if we have an emergency like this one, that there is backup, there is services, we will be looked after. That's so important, really. So thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me. I really hope the meeting goes well. I really hope that something will come out of it. It's something that we all really, really, really care of. So we hope you care too. Thanks very much.